Julen, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us.
It's a pleasure.
I suppose, first of all, congratulations on staying up in the Premier League. You've had a few days to digest that. How does it feel?
Thank you. The feeling is very good, of course. We have worked very hard to have this achievement. When I arrived here 5 months ago, it was a very difficult situation for a lot of reasons. We were in the bottom with 10 points, 4 points in the next team. And of course, it was difficult, but in the end, fortunately, the players believe, the players have worked very hard, and to have this achievement 3 matches before the finish of the season, I think that it's a very big success for the club, for the players, for the fans, and for us, of course.
Does it feel like fate almost when you were close to coming to Wolves in 2016 and then you come this year, you know, before the World Cup, and in the situation the club were in, you were able to keep them up when they needed it the most?
No, maybe you can believe in this, but was one situation when, of course, the most important thing is you believe or not. I believe that we are able to change the situation, knowing that maybe it's a big risk. A lot of people call me, why you are crazy, you don't need to go to the bottom of the Premier League. But in this moment, my feeling was that I believe I was a very challenge for me and for my staff as a coach. And we came here not thinking a lot, but believing and trying to put our best to translate the players that we were able to change our end, and fortunately we got, and of course we are happy.
You mentioned a few people called you and said, why take the job and things like that. So why did you?
That's why, because I feel that was a challenge for me as a coach. I like the hard challenge. That's why I am coach. And our life is not easy in a lot of moments. And for me, to came one other country, one other league, the best league in the world, undoubtedly, in very dangerous situation, was a challenge. And in the end, I didn't think a lot. I came, I work. Fortunately, the players believe in our message. They have worked very hard, and in the end, we for me and for my staff, I repeat a lot. For me, it's a more important achievement as a coach. I was lucky because I win the trophies, the Europa League. I win 3 times consecutively in the Champions League with Sevilla in the first time in his history. But for me, it was special, this achievement, for the difficulty that we had, and now we want to finalize in the good way. We have 3 important matches in front of us, and the first one is Manchester United, and we are going to try to go there with the best with our spirits, trying to make a good match.
And you mentioned your time at Sevilla and the Europa League and the Champions League. What has it been like being here in the Premier League and at the opposite side of the table in terms of the games and how you found it?
Yes, because I am not used to fight to be out of the relegation. That's why for me it was a challenge as a coach too. I have to change some things in my mind, to adapt. It's important in life, in the football. I try to get the best of my players. It was a challenge, and we try to do it. But fortunately, we have very good support. One is the commitment of the players. One other is the commitment of the fans. I think that they understood that we need them always, above all in the bad moments. And I think that he has been key. This environment at home to achieve our last aim.
With the 3 games left of the season, how do you approach them? Is it a chance to give maybe players who haven't played too much under you a chance, or is it a view to next season, or what are your thoughts?
We are going to try to do a mix, but always putting the focus that we are playing with the big respect for the other teams, that they are playing for a lot of things, so we have to do the same. Okay, we have achieved our aim, but after we want to be able to compete now against Manchester United. They are fighting for the Champions League. Of course, it's a very important match for them, but to play in Old Trafford, if you don't go there with the same commitment, you are lost. So we have to try to, knowing that we have achieved our aim, having the best spirit, the best way to arrive there and to be able to compete with them in the same way.
And you mentioned there the last 3 games, but for next season, are you already thinking about next season and how you want Wolves to play and who you want involved in that?
Okay, it's the moment when we start thinking in the next project. We have to talk with the chairman. We have to hear him. What's his aim? What's his thought about the next year? Because for me, it's very important to know his message, to build together a good future. That's why I think that it's very important for me this meeting that I have to have with the chairman.
And I know in your press conferences every Thursday, we've asked you a lot of questions about players in the summer and, who are out of contract or in certain situations. Do you have an idea now that you're safe of what may happen, or is that going to be discussed in the summer? Yeah,
that's why it's very important. The first of all is to have this meeting with the chairman, to know his idea, to hear what's our reality for the next year, and after, of course, to take a decision, but in this order. That's why the first is to hear him, because we have talked, but we have talked about this year, not about the next year. And for me, of course, it's very important to hear him to take my decision too.
I want to ask you about Ruben Navas, because he's been the captain here, of course, and you obviously saw him as a 20-year-old at Porto. So what's it been like to work with him at such an important time for the club and yourself?
It's the curiosity of the football. No? He started playing with me when he was 17 years. I remember when I finalized my work in Porto, and I told him that I would like to manage you with 25 years, and it is real. I have enjoyed to work with him. He's a very good player, but above all, he's a very good guy. He has a big commitment with the club. He's a good example for the rest of the mates. So he has been a good thing. And now, of course, we will see what is going to happen in the future for all of us.
And I know we said you have to speak to the chairman first, but if I said we're going to speak again in a year's time, next May 2024, where do you want Wolves to be and where do you want them to be competing?
No, of course, we have to see and to feel that we are going to be able to improve our squad, to be able to improve our year, this season. The football advice sometimes, and you have to react about this kind of advice. This year, I think it has been a very hard year for a lot of reasons. That's why it's the moment to react and to take a good decision for the future.
And just finally, I want to ask you again just about the achievement. I know you said it's the best, or one of the best achievements of your career, but when you look at the statistics, the team who's been bottom the last 7 years after 15 games has been relegated. So that shows you how great of a job you, the players and the staff, have done since arriving.
Yes, but the history is this exists to change sometimes. No, fortunately we change. I don't like a lot the data. I don't believe a lot in data. I believe in that I have see every day from the first day here, I have felt that the big commitment with the player, that they want, they believe. This is the first demanding that who you have as a coach. And after, of course, it depends. Football, you can win, you can lose. Fortunately, we have achieved our aim. I am very proud about the player, about his character, his commitment. And now, of course, is the moment to be able to compete these 3 matches. And after, of course, to hear the idea of the chairman to take our decision.
Now you can enjoy your summer a bit more. Holidays? Any plans? Any plans for summer holidays?
Of course. I need the days to rest, not only the body, the mind. Yes, because there are a lot of years with a big pressure, but it's the pressure that we want, we love. So I think in 2 weeks, when we are in holidays, we are thinking again to come here to work.
I hope you get to rest, but thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.